Hi friends, welcome to Cards by TLC. My name is Tammy Civello and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator out of the San Francisco Bay Area. Whether you're joining me for the first time or returning, welcome. If this is your first time, I'm so happy to have you here, and if you have not yet subscribed, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and a notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. I want to thank you all already for getting me to that halfway goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm on my way past that halfway goal, so we are going in the right direction. Today is Thursday, September 14th, 2023, and welcome back to my weekly card class to go. This live is in premiere format, and I'm here live right here in the chat off to the left or right hand side of your screen to help answer any questions you may have or just chat along with you. YouTube does require you to have a Gmail account if you want to chat along in the live chat. Otherwise, feel free to sit back, comment if you are watching after the replay, and enjoy today's projects. Today we are playing with the All About You Autumn Suite from the Holiday Mini Catalog. This can be found on page 43 in the catalog. We are actually showcasing 3 items out of this suite: the Autumn Leaves bundle, the 3D Distress Tile Embossing folder, and then of course this gorgeous designer paper. Now, I'm not sure if by the time we are watching this, if it's back on back order, but I'm really hoping it's not. It was on low inventory at the time of this filming, and this was filmed earlier in the week. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me just show you really quick this amazing paper in person, because this paper, it's a 6x6 pack. As you can see, it's very well loved. I have really cut into this, but I love the realistic images that they have for these for this paper. And honestly, I think my 2 favorites, it's a tie between this paper, the fall leaves, and the pumpkins. So cute. I absolutely love this. So let us see today's projects. Let me bring in the 3 cards we are making today. We are making some beautiful fall colored projects. So this is our weekly card class to go. When you place an order in my online store through Monday the 18th of $35 or more, you'll be receiving all of the supplies to make 2 of each of these 3 projects. I will pre-cut and prep the cardstock as always and supply any additional pieces that you need other than the bundle pieces. When you place a $50 order or more before tax and shipping, you'll be receiving a full packet of the brushed metallic dots. As you can see, I need some more myself. So when you do that, please be sure to use this host code right here. If you want to go ahead and take a screenshot, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, it is in the description box below. But let us go ahead and get started on today's projects. We are starting off with this project. And we are using some Very Vanilla. I know, I don't use Very Vanilla at all, hardly at all, except for in the fall, obviously, because it goes really well, and I might be using it more at Christmas time, but I don't know, for some reason, I typically don't use Very Vanilla. Put in the chat if you use Very Vanilla, because I would really love to know that and what you use it for. Do you use it primarily in the fall? Do you use it year round? Is it one of your favorite colors? I would love to know in this chat. So we're going to go ahead and go over the pieces for the project. You will be getting a top folding card base in copper clay. I love this. It's such a rich fall color. You'll be receiving 2 Very Vanilla. I almost said basic white because I'm so used to saying that. You'll be receiving 2 Very Vanilla card bases. You'll be receiving a strip of designer paper, of course, for the inside. You'll be receiving your panel piece of designer paper, another strip of designer paper that's going to go on the top. You're going to be receiving a little piece of designer paper that you'll be cutting out your leaf. I don't know if that kind of blends in with that. You might not have noticed that there was a leaf down there. And then of course you're going to be receiving an additional very vanilla piece that you are going to be die cutting this out. So what you're going to want to do, as I mentioned, you're going to want to, let's pull out our dies. You are going to want to die cut this leaf right here. And then we are using this label on the project. So you'll die cut when you receive your project, your pieces, you'll want to die cut that leaf out of this designer piece right here. And then with the very vanilla, you're going to want to cut out this label piece, which of course with the magic of TV, I have already done so. So we can go ahead and start, and then our color, our ink color of choice for all three projects is going to be copper clay. Like I said, this is a rich fall color. You can use, let's see, any color with the leaves, but I just thought that the richness of the copper clay was fantastic. So let us go ahead and get started. Of course, we got to do the inside piece first, so let's go ahead and do that. Get the stuff out of the way. Let's bring in our card base. And of course, our bone folder to crease our edge there. And then maybe put that off to the side since we have that already pre-cut. So let's bring in the thinner piece of designer paper will go on the bottom base of your card. And then of course, Tom has to do his thing. If you don't know, if you're new to my channel, I have named my Tombow glue Tom. So when I refer to Tom in our crafting room, that is who I am talking about. And then if you're new to my channel, I like to use Stampin' Sale to do the inside panel pieces just so the squiggly lines don't show up. It's a preference. If you're light-handed, that shouldn't be a problem, but I'm heavy-handed with my glue. So I just like the smoothness of the look for the inside of the car, or for the inside panel pieces. And then of course we're going to lay that piece right there on top. Oops. This is a quick and easy card. In fact, all three projects are quick and easy. Honestly, the paper does its job. It's the star of the show, in my opinion. And as you can see, this piece that we are using with it is the backside panel piece of this. I love how all of our papers coordinate with one another. Lay that right on top, leaving that border along the edge, like quarter-inch border. And then we are going to come in with this piece right here and lay that right on top. And then it's going to line up with the very vanilla piece. I would bring it maybe a quarter way up the designer paper. You can lay it wherever you'd like. If you want to lay it at the top, if you want to lay it towards the bottom and cover that up, that's perfectly fine. Keep in mind that you need room for your leaf to lay down, so we will definitely want to do that. And then we are going to bring in our sentiments. I am thankful. I love the sentiments. I didn't even show you the stamp set. I am thankful. Autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful, and with grateful heart. Amazing sentiments, amazing font. You know I'm a font girl. And I'm thankful. Let's go ahead, ink that up. Straight down and straight up. I just love the copper with the vanilla. It's really, really rich. And then bring in some Stampin' Dimensionals and pop this one up. Lay it right about there. And then I'm going to come in with my leaf and just lay that flat, glue that flat down. Right there on the corner, like it's falling. And then we are going to come in with our dots. And I really love, you can't even tell these colors though. They're really, really rich. I love the fall richness of these colors. And I really need to get some more of these for some more fall cards. Come on, little guy. Okay, you're gonna be not cooperative, are you? Sometimes, as my friend Heather would say, you have to show them who's boss. Okay, and there is project number 1. So beautiful. This paper, oh, I love this paper. I wish they did 12 by 12 size of this paper because I could use this on multiple projects. Okay. Let's go ahead and bring in project number 2. Again, we're using our pumpkins this time. And then if you notice, this paper, it's the backside of one of the designer pieces. And then these circles are the stylish shaped dies. So I've used the largest circle of the stylish shaped dies and the second largest of the stylish shaped dies. So let's go ahead and go over our pieces. We have a piece of Very Vanilla for our card base. Now this does come in thick, however, I did not have any thick left. I like to use a thick card base if I'm using it for a card base, but unfortunately, you will be receiving just the standard Very Vanilla in your kits. You are going to be using copper clay, and you will notice that this is embossed in that 3D tiled, distress tiled embossing folder. And I love this because, as you can see, it gives it the distress. It's not a solid emboss. It gives it the distress look. So there is that piece. You will be receiving 2 pieces of our designer paper, the wood piece, and then the pumpkin's gonna lay right on top of that. You will be receiving a piece of designer paper that you're gonna cut out 3 of those leaves, and let me show you on the die cut what leaf that is. That is one of these leaves right here, so you can do 2 at a time and then do your 3rd one. And then of course, with the magic of TV, I have already done that ahead of time. So there are 3 leaves, and then our circle piece, and then a decorative piece of designer paper for the inside. So let's go ahead, and this should come together pretty quickly as well. So again, all 3 projects, very quick and easy and simple. And let's glue down our panel strip piece right here. That piece is really pretty too. I almost want to use that side, but I've already put the glue on it. Okay, we're going to lay that down. Right there. And then we are going to bring in Tombow. Now, anytime you use a embossed piece, especially the 3D embossed piece, I would recommend using the liquid glue just because it marries down into the grooves better. And because it's broken down those fibers in the paper, I would not want to use a strong adhesive because that'll rip it. That is just a tip for you. Okay, now we're going to lay these panel pieces down right on top. And that's the piece that I use the circle for. So it's the back side of the wood grain. I love how these B-sides, as we call them, are rich foiled designs to coordinate with this paper. Look how pretty those two colors are together. The Moody Mauve and Pretty Peacock. And then you're just gonna lay that right down on top, leaving a border edge. And then let's stamp our sentiment. Autumn teaches us that change can be beautiful. In our copper clay. Okay. And then I'm just going to adhere that right on top of my circle. And then, thanks to my beautiful friend Patty, she gifted me for my birthday a package of the dimensional sheets. So I am definitely going to be cutting into that. Let's cut a piece off of that, so that way you're not using a bunch of different pieces or Stampin' Dimensionals for our circle. And it's a one-stop shop. Look at that bad boy. Quick and easy. Otherwise, I would have probably had to put about 6 to 7 dimensionals on there. So that is going to go right there on top. And then we are going to come in with our liquid glue and tuck our leaves down. Now, be careful when you're adding your glue. These do have little slits in them, so you don't want to do really heavy glue on all the way around. So I'm just going to kind of come in here and just add some dots. And we are just going to tuck those underneath. I don't know about you, but fall is one of my favorite times of year. Around here, it can be a little warm at times. We kind of get our Indian summer around the fall, so we don't have our traditional fall. So our fall colors typically don't show up until like late November, beginning of December. So we are coming into my favorite time of year. I would love to know in the chat what your favorite holiday is, especially if you're watching the replay. Put hashtag replay and then your favorite holiday. But if you're live here in the chat, go ahead and put it in the comment section and let me know what your favorite time of year is. Is it fall, winter, summer, spring? I am a fall girl. I don't know about you, but I was just talking to my friend Marcy about the smell of fall. It's hard to describe, but when my birthday hits, which is August, at the end of August, it's so funny how you can smell the fall. Like, it goes from the morning air, it turns into this crisp morning air. And it usually happens around like the 31st of August going forward. And I love that smell. Okay. And there is project number 2. Love these cards. Oh, okay, now we're coming on project number 3. And I might have to say it might be my favorite of the 3. I don't know. I will definitely have you guys just choose in the chat at the end. But this is project number 3. And we are bringing in that pretty peacock. Now these colors are part of the color family of the designer paper, as you could see. So I chose the top folding card base in pretty peacock. You're going to be receiving the inside panel piece of Very Vanilla with, of course, the decorative strip. You're going to be receiving your front design piece. You will be receiving 2 pieces of one piece of pumpkin pie and 1 piece of copper clay to cut out your leaves. You'll be receiving a piece of Very Vanilla that you will die cut your label out. And then you will also be receiving a piece of designer paper that has self-adhesive strips on the back, because when you die cut this piece right here, the veins of the leaf, you need self-adhesive strips. Hands down, you will be cranky if you do not use self-adhesive strips for that. So we will be cutting out 2 of those in the designer paper that will have the self-adhesive strip on the back already, and then the largest leaf. So you'll cut 1 of each of that, and then the square label. So let us pull out the pieces that I have already done so for you. And of course we are going to do the inside panel piece. Fold that card base over, crease that edge. And then let's work on the inside. Our strip, the bottom. This is like a great tip if you have a bunch of little pieces of designer paper. You don't want it to go to waste. Just use the inside of your card. There we go. And then we are going to put our front panel piece on right there. Isn't that paper so pretty? I'm telling you. This paper, anytime they have what I like to call realistic photos on the designer paper, I love it. It's one of my favorite designer papers that they put out of the realistic photo ones. Okay, and then we have our 2 leaves that we have already cut out, and our veins. See what I'm talking about? You definitely don't want to not have self-adhesive tape at the back of that, because you will be cranky. Now you could come in with a fine tip glue tip if you want to, but this makes it quick and easy. Now I'm just going to peel the backing off of that, just like a sticker, and it makes life a lot easier. Then I'm going to come in here with my orange one and then just kind of lay that right on top. And what I like about this is it's kind of, you can kind of work it with your fingers and lay that down. Now what I did was I trimmed off the edge piece because it does give it a full long leaf. If you want to keep that piece in, you are more than welcome to. However, I just found it easier to just trim that off and let that hang down just a little bit. Now we'll come in with our copper clay one, pull off our backing. I do have a couple of little pieces at the bottom here that I have to pull off. Now our strips come in 3 strips of 2-inch strips. So as you can see, this design's just a little bit bigger than a 2-inch strip. So you will have little pieces that you'll have to play with and pull off, but it's quick and simple. I love this paper, how it like just glistens on these leaves. It makes these leaves pop. Okay, now what I did here was I kind of married these together just like so. Just kind of laid that like on top of each other. Let's see, how did I do that? I kind of did it like, did I do it? I did that leaf on top of that leaf, right? Yep. Kind of laid those just like so. I flip this over. Now I'm going to come in with some more of these strips of paper. Will this fit? Not sure if that shows up. It might show up. Let's see. Nope, we're good. So see how those sheets just really come in handy. I am going to come in with, I think I'm going to trim just a little piece off right here for this piece right here and the piece on top. Thank you so much, Patty, for these pieces. There's that. And I think I'll just put one piece right up there, and I'll put these in my little bucket so I don't lose it. And again, so you don't have 5 gazillion Stampin' dimensionals, the sheets will definitely come in handy with these projects. Lay that right on top and then stamp our sentiments. Again, autumn teaches us change and beauty. There we go. And let's trim. Now, if you don't have a pair of just regular gunky, I like to call gunky scissors just lying around, definitely you want to utilize one pair of scissors for all of your trimming for pieces that have adhesive on it, or trimming up your dimensional sheets. And then we are going to come in here with some gold and finish this off. these embellishments really tied these projects together and worked really well. Okay. And there we have it. There is our third project. Let's go ahead and bring in all three projects that we did today. These are our three projects. I love them. I would love to know in the chat which one is your favorite. Mine, I think it's going to have to be this one. They're all lovely. I absolutely love them all because, of course, I designed them. But I would love to know in the chat what your favorite card is out of all three of these cards. I hope that you enjoyed today's projects. I would love to make sure that you hit that like button on my video. That helps my channel grow. And like I said in the beginning, if you have not hit that subscribe button and if you loved my videos, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and make sure that you don't miss any of my weekly projects. Be sure to click that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. Remember to come back tomorrow for my another Fun Fold Friday, which is premiering at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I'm not sure if I'm using this paper. I think I'm going to actually change it up. My original design was this paper, but I think I'm going to do a Christmas one for just something fun. So be sure to join me tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and I hope I will see you in the chat tomorrow. Otherwise, I will see you all next week. Bye, everyone.